Hey everybody, you're listening to Page Screen and Beyond podcast number 19 for November 16th, 2019. This week we discuss Pokemon Sword and Shield, Disney Plus, Tesla truck, 3D printers, Mortal Kombat Sindel, Death Stranding, and more. If you hear something you would like to see from this podcast, be sure to check out the links below.
Touched it.
I can't talk Pokemon yet. I'm so...
You said something last night that was very intriguing.
Like what?
The escalated opponent level.
Yes, but like... So, literally that's like... They get you the game, kind of introduce you to stuff, and then they let you into the field, like the world, and I've not left that field. I am still, like, I haven't even started this game. I haven't even been to a second city yet.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to, like, I think everything I have is like maybe level 12, 13. Like, I am baby in this game still because I haven't had time.
Right.
I played it for like a little bit that I played on Saturday or Thursday night and Friday. And then yesterday after like afternoon I was busy. Colin's already been at like a gym and shit. Little bastard.
That bastard.
Yeah, so I don't really like. There's still so like I've never seen. I don't know what like. Dynamaxes or any of the like new. Yeah, I literally haven't run into any new battle mechanics or anything like that. It's all just been basic, standard.
But like exposure. I haven't gotten into Jeff Goldblum yet. But boy, am I excited.
Started it. The first episode is about sneakers, and he just goes around talking to people about sneakers. And just all the different types of sneakers he likes. Because it's Jeff Goldblum, and why the fuck not? He is very entertaining, though. Like, it's basically like his Anthony Bourdain going to, like, you know, Uncharted Foods, basically. But it's all just Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah.
Wow. Just got a little feedback there.
Ooh.
Testicles, spectacles, wallet, and watch.
The other controller is fully charged. I thought that too, and it pisses me off that I can't grab those.
So apparently, not all of The Simpsons is on Disney Plus, but it will be eventually.
Same reason that we don't have, there's certain Marvel properties or Star Wars properties, like Last Jedi is still on Netflix.
Yeah.
So you have to wait for...
Ton of shit still on Netflix.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Gotta wait for contracts to burn out.
Yeah, that's a good point. I was just scrolling through it last night before we started watching Guardians.
And then the Sony deal's a whole other beast.
Yeah. Do you think Sony's gonna come out with their own, like, all-around streaming service?
I would be surprised. They have, except for what, Far From Home and Homecoming, they have all of the Spider-Man on Plus.
Oh yeah, that is all on there. I was looking at that too.
It's all of the fucking
It's all
animated
of it.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, they have it.
They don't have the Raimi.
No, they don't. They have a lot though.
They don't have the Sam. They don't have any of these Spider-Man live-action movies.
No.
But the cartoons are vast.
Cartoons are all there.
Because those weren't done by Sony. Sony
Yeah.
only has their movie rights.
Sony has just theatrical rights. I'm going going to not put that on the table. Does that need a sound?
Yeah, this game is a lot of fun. And it's also very frustrating being like, yeah, you're a trained apprentice. You're going to relearn everything that you forgot because you can't fucking force, like, pull. Like, in the beginning of the game, the time it takes to learn all the abilities blows me away. Like, certain things are instant. Like, you can learn to wall run really fucking fast.
Well, that's good.
Out the gate, you have slow, but, like, getting pull and push. Like, when I just hit the reset button on this, going on a lower difficulty, showing John the beginning of the game. The entire first day and a half of me playing on the hard difficulty, I very recently got push.
Okay.
So I still don't have pull.
So it's very much like
I don't have like a
have to
force
progress
jump. I don't have force run.
all
Like
the
I
way
can't
through.
speed run.
Yeah. You have to progress all the way through to get all the things. You
Yep.
can't just like
He's going from Padawan to legitimate Jedi through the course of this game,
okay.
even though he doesn't have his master.
I hate that there's no aiming.
It's all just like free look.
If you are going up against opponents, you can lock on to opponents.
Right, but other than that, there's no like reticle or anything for you to tell actually what you're. I mean, shit kind of glows a little bit, but like so you just have to have the camera perfectly right. But like this thing in the middle, can I fuck with that?
I don't think so.
That ball.
Exactly, but it's glowing the same way as if I could fucking. As like the shit that I can fuck with these fans.
Oh.
I think that might be a thing
Is it
for
the
once you
target?
get more force abilities later.
Is it like an
Because
eventual
coming
target?
back to planets changes things.
Okay. Should probably intro ourselves. Hi everybody, I'm John Tubbs,
Keegan Lagervall.
and that's Xavier Bradley over there. And we're talking Jedi Force Awakens.
Fallen Order.
Fallen Order, Force Awakens. Fucking, it's all the same at this point.
I mean, it's all Star Wars.
What are we doing? We're using a light stick to cut stuff.
Yeah, man, the Force is cool.
The Force is cool, actually. If you could have one type of Force power and it just like is there all the time, no matter what, you don't even have to try and like learn anything to get it, what would it be?
Well, I mean, in real life, one of the superpowers I would want above anything
Like
is
we all get
telekinesis.
lightsabers like straight across the board.
Yeah, man, like
But you can only pick one power. What would you pick? And like this is like Force pull is one power.
right.
And is push another one?
Yes.
This is a sham.
It kind of levels the playing field. I'm saying.
Undoubtedly it's
Because you could have heal.
yeah.
You could have
I was
ghost.
just say undoubtedly it's Force heal.
That would be actually pretty good. Yeah.
Force resurrect myself.
That's kind of what I was thinking too. But
I want
maybe
the,
just like magnified like strength / durability.
whatever the Emperor used to create Rey.
That type of Force power.
No.
No.
The ability to create life.
Honestly, the correct answer is
You already have that. What's that?
mind trick.
Mind trick. Ooh, Jedi mind trick. Yeah, that probably is the best
It will get
all
you
around.
the farthest.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Now, would Force heal just be healing yourself, or would it be healing yourself and or others?
Most likely yourself and others.
I would assume others as well. Yeah.
Because I don't want to seem selfish with the fact that it's like, oh, I just want to be immune to damage. I want to heal other people.
Yeah,
with
you want
the
to be able to
Force heal.
use that. Like, obviously, if you're on the light side, you could use it probably to heal you yourself.
Well, I mean,
and others.
I like to think of myself as a bit of an anti-hero, but the ability to heal others is just beneficial to yourself.
Yeah.
You
want
don't,
your-
you don't want
your team-
downed backup.
Exactly. You want your team to be healthy all around.
What am I looking at here?
So, I've been thinking more and more about getting a Tesla, or at least starting to save for
Oh,
one.
that's the Tesla truck, huh?
It's not the actual concept. It's just someone's rendition of what it could look like.
Trinko was talking about Tesla truck the other day.
Yeah.
Next week, right?
I think he's announcing something soon.
I think it's sometime like in the 20s of November.
Yeah. And I've just been really thinking like seriously about like if I would get a truck if it was electric. And I think I totally would.
Dude, if you looked at buying the truck is one thing.
Yeah.
Buying a Tesla's one thing, but the insurance on those trucks.
I know.
Like that is what it's,
I know.
It's an entire. Because I looked it up not long ago, and having a Tesla with insurance is it's like the exact same, like close to being the exact same price as a car note.
Yeah.
As the car note for the Tesla. So like.
Yeah.
If it's $600, you're paying $1,200.
$1,200.
For your,
Yeah.
Just to have it.
Yeah.
Now, are they more likely to get you hurt? Is that why you have to insure them? Or are they fragile cars?
So I think it's because it's like a newer technology. It's like still like there's risks involved. There's
Okay.
other risks involved when it comes to like insuring a car like that because it updates itself over like satellite. You know what I mean? And I don't think insurance companies have like paperwork really. Like I'm sure they do now, but like
It's a transition.
it's a different type of insurance when it comes to something like that. It is still a car, so it is car insurance, but at the same time there's like for the insurance company there's
computer car.
there are other liabilities that like they have to cover, and those liabilities are usually more expensive, therefore the insurance is more expensive. So I get it, I understand, but I would like to get as far away from using fossil fuel and gasoline as possible and go off grid.
No, I
Like
feel it.
straight satellite or solar panels and windmills, and
Everyone's trying to get that green footprint right now.
get a place next to a river and put a fucking water hydroelectric turbine in there
Yeah, clean fuel is the goal.
and just have like 100% renewable, like more energy than I know what to do with. That's what I want. And then you can just charge shit and then have extra battery packs, and that's all you need. It's free shit. I like free shit because I'm thrifty.
What would you say knee-jerk reaction is the thing you're most excited about this week?
Most excited about this next week.
As far as entertainment goes.
So London just had that like X19 event or something that went down. So there's some things from that. There's a new trailer for an Apex-like game that's like it's a battle royale game, but it's, you know, different. It's like if you mixed Apex with Overwatch in the like graphic art style and aesthetic. And there's
my
more-
smart-ass response is like, oh, so it's PUBG?
No,
is it Fortnite?
it's not PUBG. Here, I'll show you.
Battle Royales are kind of lather, rinse, repeat to me.
Yeah.
Cool characters go a long way, but how does it differ from just Battle Royale?
I don't know yet, but it's grittier is how I would say it. Comes out March 24th, 2020. So
Cool-
it's
cool
a little bit of a
characters
wait.
go a long way.
Do they, or does gameplay go a long way?
Gameplay takes you the rest of the way.
So it's the combination of like cool abilities mixed with cool environments and then cool objectives. Like
But X brings up a fantastic
Obviously,
point
the
of if
objective
it
is to
doesn't
win.
play fun, then it's going to be trash. It doesn't matter how cool
Anthem
it
had
looks.
cool characters. Look where that goes.
Anthem is actually getting an overhaul apparently.
Yeah, I could see Anthem getting the
They're like completely like
No Man's Sky got
No Man's
overhauled.
Sky. That was what I was gonna say.
People still don't play it.
I know. I mean from what I've heard, people playing the update, they say it's better, but it's like it should have been that at the beginning.
Exactly. And this is possibly the exact same thing that's going to happen with Anthem.
No one's gonna care once it gets updated because of the fact that it's like, well, you missed your window.
You
already
kind of missed.
Bad taste in everybody's mouth that like why should they
roll the dice a second
Well,
time?
everyone had a bad
Or
taste
even
in
the first
Sonic's mouth, or however you want to phrase that.
Yeah, no, hey, leave it. I don't give a fuck.
Either way, they fixed it.
Yeah, but that was before they put the movie out.
That was also not BioWare, so.
Like they had time to fix Sonic.
Yeah.
They full on released Anthem as a game. People were like, "Hey, this is
What
shit."
the fuck is this? Yeah, I know. And they basically tried to just live and make money off of all the hype and people just buying the game and hoping there'd be like, oh, these are such a cool graphics, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, it just wasn't complete. They just didn't
care.
They didn't care like they should have, at all. But I am cautiously optimistic that they're at least like, okay, we hear you and we see what you mean, and we'll see what we can do. Because apparently they're bringing in like 3 or 4 other production companies to like help like flush out the story, and like I think they saw that people were interested. They just like did not execute the way they had promised in the marketing.
Anthem was my most anticipated game.
Exactly.
Besides Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah.
But besides that, Anthem was my most anticipated game of that.
Such a good concept.
This year.
Yeah.
This year.
2019, early this year. Yeah. And it just fell flat because they didn't have like a story really. Like that they could like basically, yeah, they had cool armor and a good concept, but no like lasting missions, no like continuation of the story that we wanted.
It played like shit.
It was buggy all the way through. Yeah.
That's what X is saying. If
And-
gameplay doesn't go, the game doesn't go.
Exactly. As long as you don't have bugs and you actually like can have a good like game aesthetic, I think people will be into it. I mean, people still play PUBG and it looks like shit. As long as they take their time and get the gameplay right, I agree. That is what is most important.
A big thing I'm stoked on this week is Scoob.
Oh yeah, the Scooby-Doo. That's right.
It looks very modern animation, and the story feels very
Original.
current,
Current and original.
but not letting the classics die warms my soul super hard.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
yeah,
just a
this isn't-
modern update to a classic.
Which they have done
They-
countless times
yeah.
basically over the years.
But like Space Jam needs to happen. Like Looney Tunes needs to be in the new zeitgeist because, I mean,
Does it though?
I mean,
I don't want Looney Tunes to fall off the way I'm stoked about Scoob getting a revamp.
I don't know if Space Jam is the way to.
What else do you do to revamp Looney Tunes?
You just make a new good cartoon.
A Looney Tune cartoon or movie?
Cartoon. I would say that you make a. I mean, that's where the medium came from.
Right.
So I would say that they could make.
How about a
with-
short series?
Like, what do you mean a short series?
Like 5 episodes, 45 minutes?
Piece?
Yeah.
I don't think that's. I think that that's almost like. That's almost.
Maybe
too-
8 episodes
I
or
think
something
that you
like that?
change. No, I don't think that you change the format really because it's how it's been. It's been successful for so long.
Yeah.
I don't think that you really need to change the format. You just need to make newer, update like things that look newer and more current, kind of
Yeah.
like this, and just give us like the same-ish content. Like, I mean, that
Yeah.
stuff works because it's so.
It's so classic,
classic,
yeah.
Like, slapstick.
It works for a reason.
Right.
Yeah.
So all they have to do is update it, get a deal with like Hulu or Netflix to put out new episodes and give us like the old ones as well, and then that boom, like
Right.
popularity comes back.
Netflix is
A
current.
lot of the reason why I think that kids
And you can
don't
do more with
necessarily
this
know
than
that
you
much
can with
about
a live
Looney Tunes and
action.
stuff like that, maybe because they don't have access to it.
Yeah, true.
Netflix is currently doing like a Dr. Seuss, like it's called Green Eggs and Ham, and it's
That's a series. Yeah.
right of episodes of Dr. Seuss content. So you could do the same thing with like just revamp. I mean, Looney Tunes doesn't have a strict canon. If you have the characters, you can have them do what the fuck ever.
True. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I think
So
they could start
this
it
makes
with
me
Tom and
excited
Jerry.
about not letting.
They could do it with Tom and Jerry. If they did something like this, they
Yeah.
could do it with Tom and Jerry, I think.
Yeah, Tom and Jerry could still be around. Tom and Jerry is very
That
much
was-
in that gray water for me as
Yeah.
far as like.
I highly disagree. Tom and Jerry is the exact same thing. Like, you don't need words to make it good.
No, you don't.
Like, you don't. It is just.
I think you should have it
cartoon.
actually
It's,
silent.
it's
yeah.
itchy and scratchy.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you really don't need. I mean, it's itchy and scratchy is Tom and Jerry.
Is Tom and Jerry.
Right.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, exactly.
Not Tom
No,
and
that's why I
Jerry,
said
itchy
that.
and scratchy.
No, I was saying like new Tom and Jerry would be itchy and scratchy. Just modernized ways to do violence.
Yeah, but you're not going to the level.
You could still have like a heartwarming like friendship narrative.
Would it these days?
No.
Frenemies.
No, that's completely. That's like Disney doing rated R shit. Like it does not fit the brand.
Unless it's Deadpool.
That doesn't count though.
That's been a big
Already,
conversation
like,
that I really like right now is the fact that Disney Plus won't hurt for having R-rated material because they have Hulu.
Exactly. because they
Dump
can
dump
funnel
all of
their
their
R-rated
R-rated
material
content into
onto
Hulu.
Yep.
Like when Moon Knight, when they realized that oh shit, Disney Plus may not be the best venue for Moon Knight, just give it a quick pivot foot into. I mean, Mandalorian is having action and violence.
Star Wars has never really been like.
No, but I'm saying like a hard PG-13 can be aggressive. So we could have an aggressive Moon Knight on a PG-13 scale, but I think that Moon Knight deserves better.
Just like
Deadpool.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just
No,
like
that's
Deadpool.
we
I
will
agree.
never see Deadpool on Disney
Disney
Plus, but like Deadpool deserves to be on Hulu as does Moon Knight.
Right.
You really like these trucks.
I really like this truck idea. Yeah.
I think it's very far from what we're actually going to see because it's been so popular. But I think it looks really cool.
He says it's going to look more like fuck, what did he say?
These damn near-
Cyberpunk.
Yeah, these damn near look like Death Stranding vehicles.
He says it's going to look like Blade Runner, more like Blade Runner. And I'm like, yes, please.
We can have a futuristic looking skin. I just want fucking hover cars, man.
Dude, we
Don't have
the
it
technology.
yet.
Let it die.
No, because eventually we
Listen,
will.
the closest thing you can get is a drone. Right now.
Yeah.
You can get it. You can have it.
And we can't put people on drones. It doesn't work with the weight.
No, I'm just saying.
And
that
if it fails, you fall.
Yeah.
It's not like when your car fails, like you just roll over to the side. Okay.
Mm.
If you have one thing go wrong,
Yeah, you're gonna fall.
you are
It's gonna cause
fucked. Unless you have a parachute.
Yeah. I mean,
Even
I
then.
understand your point, but,
Oh yeah.
It shouldn't be in the conversation, man. Like,
Unless you know how to fly a helicopter, you should not be owning a drone and flying around.
No.
not a person drone, not an in-city drone. But once again, they're not. We do not have the technology.
Who knows what our lifetime's technology
If
is
you
gonna
okay,
be, though.
let's put it this way. If you could have an actual anti-gravity engine that is able to propel the Earth's gravity, and that when something goes wrong in the car or there's a crash, that engine doesn't turn off at all and is unaffected.
Right,
That
fail
is
safe.
the only way that can.
The anti-grav is always there.
That is the only safe solution to having a flying car.
Man, anti-grav is gonna be next level.
You can make your own jetpack. It's possible. You can actually buy one. It's possible.
Yeah, but they suck.
It's loud
Yeah.
and it uses like jet fuel.
So much fuel.
I mean,
So
Even
you
a
have
little
to.
bit of jet fuel is probably very, very, very expensive.
I think it's $100 per gallon.
Fuck that. For like
Actually, let's look it up.
15-minute ride, and then you're like, oh man.
There goes $3,000.
Exactly. Like, no, I'm out of jet fuel.
How much does jet fuel cost?
Asking for a friend.
The price of fuel as of January 2015 is as follows:
January
170 cents dollar, 170 cents per gallon.
That seems way, way cheaper than
Way.
what I expected. That's cheaper than the price of gasoline.
Can we just get it in like dollars per gallon? Can we do that?
Conversion.
Cents.
Give me a conversion.
Just put in, yo,
170.8
Google,
cents.
I need jet fuel. Hook it
Jet
up.
fuel cost per dollar. Dollar per gallon.
Hey Alexa, give me jet fuel. You know what else is going to be super next level? Home-owned 3D printers.
That's already a thing.
That is already
No,
a
but
thing.
I'm saying like
Oh,
the way that VHS and DVD
Really?
are household things, toasters,
I was completely wrong.
microwaves.
That's already a thing. You can. I have like 4 or 5 friends
Hey,
with
Keegan.
3D printers in their house. You just gotta buy it. They're not even that expensive.
I was gonna say like. So we are at that level.
We are
because
at-
people
you can-
haven't gotten.
you can
on
buy
board
this
yet.
right now, and you can have it in your room.
Yeah, you can build that shit right the fuck now. But the question
3D
is,
printers are wild.
what do you need a 3D printer for?
You have to
Crime.
have a purpose.
Okay, that makes sense.
Crime is always the first thought with 3D printer. I need something. What do you need it for? Crime.
Yeah, I can understand that one.
Did you guys hear about the convicts in prison who built a computer out of spare parts that they had in the recycling like area, and then used it to commit more crimes on the dark web while in prison?
Man, I ain't never giving up on crime. We'll be in jail and commit crimes.
Oh, I heard about that the other day. I was like, dear God. Like, I get it. Like, you kind of have something like...
That's all I know. All I know is crimes.
But this thing is a laser 3D printer, and basically there's just like a plate of gel that another like surface goes into. It uses a laser, hardens the stuff, and then lifts up, lets it drip, goes back down, does it again in all the right positions.
I don't know, man. 3D printer, because
We had this at Winona.
I'm
I played
way
with
too
this.
ignorant. So it's like, I look at 3D printers as free alchemy.
I mean, it's not
Definitely
that
not free.
complicated. I mean, it's not free, but it is not that complicated. It's just a resin that's hardened by UV light. They use it in like dental shit all the time. They use it for airplanes, and like, it's a really common like science. It's just
It feels like turning one material into another.
all you're doing is adding like a up and down axis.
It's not. It's just like it's like water going to ice, but you just shape it.
There's another type of 3D printer. It's more like experimental right now, but basically there's just a cylinder of that gel, and then they just have like a laser that fires into certain parts of that like cylinder, and it 3D prints the thing like suspended in the gel.
Mm-hmm.
That's already technology. It's probably another decade before it's like commercially available, but this right here you can buy. It is a couple thousand, but like
What my only thing, like the reason why 3D printers aren't a whole household everyday item at this point, well, besides like price, but I swear there are cheaper ones than that. But
there are cheaper ones that you can get, but they're less like precise. Yeah.
But like, most people don't have an everyday use for 3D printers.
Yeah. Unless you're like creating like a product that has
Or,
like
say you're a
models
mechanic
or yeah.
and you're like fixing fixing shit and you realize that you don't have like a nut that
Proper
needs to be
size.
perfect size.
Yeah.
You can just be like, oh, okay, cool. I'll start this 3D printer, come back in an hour later.
And you can
tomorrow.
have there's
This
different
is
types
very
of
much
resin.
a warehouse garage tool.
They have it's the futurist garage like maker of things.
I don't want to go grab a wrench, but I have the materials to print a wrench.
Right. Exactly.
Now, yes, exactly. Now they have like different types of gels where it's like super soft silicone printed to like bulletproof printed.
Mm-hmm.
So ostensibly, you could essentially build a car.
But it is alchemy, not free. Like it is, you're taking
Alchemy-
the same materials to make and shape the materials.
But it's the same materials.
Right.
So it's
That's what I'm
not
saying. It's not
alchemy.
Alchemy is when you like mix things together to
equivalent
create.
exchange.
No,
because
this
you're
is just taking the substance and making it a different state.
Shape.
State.
Okay.
Like the substance itself hardens to a certain degree, whatever they cook it to, whenever it's hit with UV light. It's not adding anything. There's no additive or anything. The only additive is light. So it's the same material. It's just like when it's a liquid, it's in a different
It's
chemical
the
state.
water to ice
Yeah.
conversation.
Yeah. So it's actually more economically viable because what you can do is actually create like biodegradable resins. They're called resins. And when you create something with that, it will, like, if
You lose it, it just gets
Deteriorates,
absorbed.
yeah.
Right.
that's what I like about 3D printers.
I think it would be a really dope thing if you didn't live close to like a city.
Yes.
If you like lived out, like not even off the grid, but like say you like lived, I don't know, 20, 30 miles away.
Outside
from
the city.
Outside the city. And
Yeah.
You might not, it might be harder for you to get some things to like, you'd have to go take a trip into the city and do other
Yeah.
things. So like, if you had a 3D printer like out in your garage or like somewhere, you can just be like, oh, I need this part. I'll set the 3D printer to make it. And
I need
I'll have
that,
it.
and that's the thing. Like, if you need a bolt and a nut, you can literally go onto a website, download
The
that
schematics.
bolt,
Yeah.
that nut. You don't have to build it or nothing. Just drag, drop, print.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and it knows it. It can just read it. You can download a shit ton of blueprints for 3D printers just online,
Yes.
like nothing.
That's where the whole debate with like 3D printing guns comes in,
Yes.
because it's like those aren't manufactured, so therefore they can't have serial numbers, and therefore can't be tracked, and then they're not detected.
That is
Essentially.
your crime aspect.
No, that's
There is your crime.
that's the only thing I thought of.
Single use.
Yeah, no, I.
Or like
That's where my mind
Yeah,
went when I said
single use.
crime.
single use guns for like
One bullet.
yeah, like fucking pow.
Yeah.
It's gone.
Yeah,
It's
no,
gone.
that is the
Yeah.
assassination tool.
You send it over the dark web, untraceable. Done.
Yeah, that's some shady ass shit.
That's where your crime comes in. Now, I do not recommend this if you are listening.
Disclaimer:
Disclaimer: John Tubbs does not condone any of this.
Page Screen and Beyond
Page.
does not condone any of this.
I don't know about you guys.
No,
but,
yeah, no, I'm with crime. Whatever.
Keegan's with crime. You're gonna get a knock on the door from a certain Batman someday.
It's not gonna be Batman. It's gonna be the long dick of the law. I mean, whatever.
Official statement after this.
Stand up to the mic like the Manchurian Candidate. I do not condone any of what he's in. No, seriously, do not do that. If you're gonna kill someone, use a knife. Good old fashioned.
Damn it.
Listen, man, there's good and bad crime.
Call it PR.
I am PR.
I'm sorry.
I am human resources.
I'm not sorry.
I am PR.
Whatever.
Shit. But no, I am excited to like have like. I would want to have a 3D printer because I could essentially have
You know
with,
what?
with architecture and like design in general, you could 3D print something and then show someone like a small scale of a like really complex idea.
This
and,
is
like This is
For-
what I'm thinking.
For art and for like mechanical use, this is awesome.
Yeah.
My mentality is like, it's only gonna be a matter of time before what you put into a 3D printer is going to affect what you get. So like,
It already does.
Yeah, no. So I'm imagining like, listen, man, it's cold outside. I don't want to go to the gas station and get a pack of cigarettes. I'm gonna 3D print a pack of cigarettes.
Oh, you're talking. Okay. You're
No.
like.
I have
Okay.
the materials to make
Okay.
cigarettes.
Okay. I hear.
I'm gonna 3D print a pack of
I hear what
smokes.
you're saying. I hear what you're saying.
We're
Now-
eventually gonna 3D print food.
Now.
Before too long, we're 3D printing food,
I mean,
Yes, we are
Yes.
already doing that. That is a
which
thing.
is a
They have it
weird
on the
thing.
they have it on the space station. They 3D print food for them. Like they send them packets of food.
3D
that are
printed
3D
protein
printed.
is weird to me.
we already. 3D
So 3D
Wait,
printed
wait.
tobacco is okay?
It's already poison. Whatever.
We already 3D print organs.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
We're,
we
we're
3D print
yeah,
hearts.
yes.
For people.
Yep, we're doing that.
But like, so I mean, we could 3D print food. Technically,
Again,
is
it's
that not
it's
how
alchemy. It's
So-
equivalent
no, no,
exchange. You
no,
have to have the
no.
material to make the thing.
All it is you have it's. Do you guys remember seeing like the first 3D printers where it was like a spool of plastic and
Yeah.
they'd send the plastic through a heating element
Yeah.
that would then turn it more viscous, and then it would just like do it in a certain order that like a printer just goes back and forth and then X and Y, simple coordinates. All of food printer is just replace the spool of plastic with cartridges of like.
Proteins. And, like,
If you want to, like, someone 3D printed
Proteins,
someone
or-
3D printed a pizza. Okay, so you have like a dough, then you have a sauce, and then you have like a cheese,
Toppings.
a toppings. You can put the toppings on yourself or whatever. But basically, it's able to do the dough and the sauce, and then if you want to put shredded cheese on it, otherwise it could do like a liquid cheese, basically.
Oh, good old nacho cheese pizza. Mmm, TM.
Yeah. And then and then it sends it into an oven, and it bakes, and it comes out the other end. It is technically pizza.
Well, yeah, because all the ingredients are there, but like, I don't think that's what we're talking about. Like, I want like, can we? Okay, so like beyond.
Can you,
meats and
by
shit
the
like that,
molecular level, print a burger?
If you have the materials, what it's going to be is people
They are growing
going to have to
burgers,
hit
basically,
grocery
in a
stores
lab.
to fill their 3D printers with the proper materials to make the things they use.
Where do they get the protein?
Frequently enough.
From the bodies at the wars that they started.
Guys, next time.
We're going down the rabbit hole here.
The P in PSNB is political.
It's preposterous.
You love that, John.
Why you telling me to stop talking about it?
Political
Are you the FBI?
screens.
I saw this the other day. I thought it was pretty interesting.
And boofing.
Growing evidence that the universe is connected by giant structures. Basically, they noticed that galaxies are moving away in clusters, so there's like something holding them together.
I'm not very smart,
Okay.
but science says that that's probably gravity.
So I was thinking about that too, but there's
Like if you have something big enough, even if you have galaxies,
Okay.
there's something that's smaller than galaxies that can be pulled by a bigger thing. Like the bigger you are, the more you're pulling something towards you.
Okay. So do you think that clusters of galaxies retain like their own, if they're like, say there's like 3 galaxies, 1, 2, 3, like a triad.
Mm-hmm.
Is their collective gravitational field like, can you get pulled into those 3 galaxies by their own gravitational field? Or is it just like the only place where like gravitational pull exists is around the actual matter and planets itself?
The way you're painting that to me, and I'm
'Cause
gonna
you know
get
how, like,
kind of
a
obscure
planet-
here.
yeah,
I'm
a
gonna think
planet
about
has
it in terms
basically,
of
like,
like bubbles.
Close proximity,
So,
and then
like-
there's like outer like gravitation.
So like you could poke a bubble and it pops, or you could like infuse the bubble with like something that isn't popping the
Space
bubble.
isn't a bubble though. Space is a vacuum.
Right, but in terms of like galactic gravitational structure. So like things will have mass pulling them towards each other.
Yeah.
And then if you are close enough to something, you can either repel it or take it into you. Like, you know, batteries, super loose example, but you can have things that will...
Electromagnetism is funky. Like,
Yeah.
Even physicists don't really understand it.
So it's like you can have gravity mixed with whether or not it's something that will repel or attract.
Gravity only pulls?
Gravity only...
Technically, no. If you are familiar with such things as sunspots, gravity can be released in giant
Because of
forms.
the massive amount of energy that's being released.
Yes. So when like gravity is like the arcing, it can be pushed away, but because of the mass of the whole sun, it pulls it back in. So there's like different types of like there's like the short bands, and then there's like the gravity
Are you thinking
that
about
the whole
solar
thing.
flare, not a sunspot?
Solar flare, that's what I meant. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. So
Okay, but
It's tough.
in this instance
'Cause
of
we
it
had
being
that-
contained by structures is how it's worded. Like,
yeah, so it gets really into like the physics of it, but I have like there's theories that it's either like combined gravitational pulls or it's like basically dark matter existing within like once galaxies get close together, their dark matter essentially binds them together, which is like dark matter itself has its own gravitational pulls. So it's like,
That's the only reason why we know it's there.
yeah, exactly, because we see the disruptions from it. So I don't really know what the bigger question is. I just thought it was super interesting, and I love shit like this.
no,
But, like-
it's very curious.
It-
And that's why the closest thing I could equate that to was the magnets, because it's like, well, they're pulling each other to an extent, but keeping each other repelled
yeah,
to a certain extent.
I don't know. I just
Love you.
yeah. Check you later. Says that the observed coherence must have some relationship with large-scale structures, because it is impossible that the galaxy is separated by 6 megaparsecs. Oh, yeah, they actually use parsecs in measurements. Roughly 20 million light years directly interact with each other. So wait, hold on. Because it is impossible that the galaxy is separated by 6 megaparsecs, about 20 million light years directly interact with each other. Oh, so yeah, they're separated by 20 million light years, yet they're still moving in unison, which means there is another force that they're not able to observe that's pulling on them. So the only thing that would be explainable for
Oh
it
God, you're
is
gonna
basically-
low key try and explain God right now.
No, I'm not. No, it's not.
It's
God.
like
no.
Wait a minute, everything is like
So-
somehow just kind of pulling itself together, despite the fact that science dictates otherwise.
Basically, no. Science dictates that things with mass gravitate towards each other. Yes, and we understand that like there was a Big Bang. Basically, it's still a theory technically. If you want to ask scientists, it's still a
I mean, no one was there, so it's a theory
it's-
because no one observed it.
exactly. But we know that there is like a place in our observable universe where everything is kind of expanding out from, more or less. And it's not only expanding, not only is the expanding, it's accelerating, but we're noticing that there are clusters of galaxies that are traveling basically together. And we don't understand why. And that is what I like. I think at the end of the day is that like there are things out like the unknown unknowns, the things that were like, oh, hey, we see this and we don't know.
Get it.
We don't get why. Because that right there is like
Humility.
that is the goal of being a sentient human, a sentient being, is finding something that you observe and you look at and you're like, that's not right. I know that's not right because these other 20 people next to me also say, hey, that's not really right. And the collective consciousness of being like, that's not right, we should figure that out, is how we like evolved as a species.
And also kind of how we map the stars.
Very profound, John. Thank you, John. Nah, I just love that shit. I'm a nerd. I'm a space nerd.
Man, it hurts my brain sometimes thinking about like all of the what ifs and the what we don't knows.
There is currently no explanation why the axis of quasars are aligned with the axis of a large group in which they are embedded.
You know what this is? It's, in terms of fans, it's speculation. It's speculation on a series that is science that we don't know where the end, because it's not based off of previous existing IP. We don't know where the science is going. So we're playing the speculation game, not knowing what the result is going to end up being.
Yeah.
So it's really fun looking into science, not knowing what it is or isn't, but having our ideas.
Trying to discover what it is. I think trying to like
Right.
nail down what exactly
Like,
we're looking at.
All
is
of these things are clustering together and we
super
can't
important.
quite figure out why. But trying to like hypothesize is fun, and also like the people that are far better at it for scientifically trial and error testing.
whatever.
Good
you like
for
about
yeah,
this
it's
stuff
good for
is
the
just that we're
expansion of
still
knowledge.
at the pioneering phase, said Mueller. This is super exciting, he said. And I couldn't agree more. I love this shit. And the visual they have for it is really cool, too. It's like noodles, but with marbles at the ends of them. I like it. I like it. All right, what are we at? 47 minutes. Not bad.
Yeah, I am.
Anything else you want to talk about?
I was gonna say I'm borderline contractually obligated to reference Mortal Kombat whenever it's a thing. So
yes,
we
of course.
we do have a Mortal Kombat trailer for Sindel. If I'm touching on it at all, I'm gonna say the fact
I
that
thought I shared it the other day.
some of the Revenants I like, but in my opinion, from what we've seen, I love Sindel being a human more than a Revenant.
Yeah.
Like, human Sindel looks great, and Revenant Sindel kind of looks generic and goofy, I would say. Like, it's a Revenant that's a different skin. Like, that looks like Jade, but with a different exterior. Like, you don't get different vibes of people. Like the Sindel vibe that you get from the live action or the non-Revenant version of Sindel, it's a lot more satisfying. And who knows, it could be something as simple as a pose, but it seems more her when she does it. I've watched this, and I don't think they show human Sindel in that one. Cool gameplay. That right there is the biggest thing that I love about the revamping that they're doing with trying to add all of these customizable special moves or, you know, different variants.
Gothic horror skin pack.
Más o menos.
No?
Skin packs are very hit or miss for me. I love certain skin packs and I hate others. Like, we had a Cassie Cage skin that was Harley Quinn, and I love it.
Yeah.
I will not play a Cassie Cage that doesn't look like Harley Quinn again.
Yeah,
But
I get it.
it's also some skins don't really fucking matter to me. But it's cool that what I was circling back around to. They did a redesign with Sindel when she does the Banshee scream. She looks to have a ghost face, which is really cool.
Yeah, I saw that.
Man, hop off their dick.
Man, I'm about it. I don't
It's almost uncomfortable.
care. Elon Musk is the Iron Man of our generation.
The goddamn trucks, man.
Yeah. I like a good truck, and if I'm gonna get a truck now, it's gonna be fucking electric. Boogie woogie woogie. It's gonna be electric, and it's gonna be good, and it's gonna smoke any other fucking car on the road. And
I like green technology, but having everything have this futuristic, rounded look.
No, I love it. I love it.
It's-
I absolutely love it. Let's do it. We're in the future now, Keegan. You want to be in the future?
I do.
This is the future. We are able to do it, so we're going to fucking do it. Have you seen like any of the new like Lamborghini supercars or anything like that?
Man, yeah, everything's probably a bubble.
Lamborghini, what was it called? Huracan? I think it was. No, it was
Yeah, you can't be a Lamborghini without looking
electric.
almost like a curved straight line.
There it is. This bad blondie girl does like car reviews.
Yeah, it looks so flat. Goofy.
Yeah. Fucking, it's gonna be some crazy shit when real electric cars start making like they're just all over the place. I mean, I already see Teslas all over the place.
Right.
But like, as soon as electric cars are all over the place, it's fucking over. Like, for the oil companies,
One step at a time. Let's not try and. Yeah.
they know it's coming and they're trying.
Rome
so
wasn't built
hard.
in a day, and
It's
we're
trying
trying to build a
so
green
hard.
Rome.
I know. That's what I really want to do. Yeah. But like, not a Rome that will fall. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that
Nothing-
is
nothing
also
lasts forever.
The hubris of Rome.
Yeah. No,
yes.
you can't.
That'll
you
be
can't
what my
expect-
first book is called. Or my last book.
Rome wasn't destroyed in a day.
No, they're just the hubris of Rome. It's a pretty good name. I like it. It's a good band name, maybe. A little long. Rome wasn't built in a day. So yeah, I'm good. I ain't got nothing else to talk about really besides just that other game. That's
I was
like
gonna say
Apex.
I would remiss to say if we don't leave this recording without me saying both Death Stranding and Jedi Fallen Order are fucking awesome.
Yeah, I need to get a hold of both of those. But yeah, you've been playing them. What's your overall like? Good, great, fantastic, game changing, life changing.
A lot of people have been saying that Hideo Kojima is trying to make a new game genre with Death Stranding,
Yeah.
and I can get it in some aspects, but I heard X rebut a lot of those points
Okay.
with they're calling it like the Stranding type of game where you can have players that even though you don't see or interact with the players while you're doing your campaign, they can place like
Items within the world. Yeah,
right,
I noticed that.
ladders
Yeah.
or bridges, whatever may have you,
Yeah, I've seen that.
like little signs that tell you what is or isn't about to happen in that area. So it's not a wholly new type of game.
It's just more. It's more like interactive oriented.
Death Stranding has the best soundtrack of a game I've had in a long time.
Yeah.
And it is super slow, but at no point not entertaining. Like, even though you're doing all of these simple-ass courier missions, all of the courier missions are fun.
They're good. Like, you know what you're getting into with it. Like, you are going to be walking, but also at the same time.
You're
like,
walking for long stretches of time, but also the way that they have the loadout. Like, you can be carrying a fucking tower,
Yeah,
and
I saw
the
that,
fun of the
yeah.
gameplay is like trying to make sure you don't topple over, not damaging your cargo.
Yeah.
You can
That
sway
is an
left and
interesting
right.
game aesthetic where you have to like just balance your character.
Yeah, and you can like equip to different things in different parts of your, because you can
Yeah.
load everything on your back, but you also have shoulders and hips.
legs.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. I've seen that. And then you have like a cart you can do.
Oh yeah, the cart is yet to be properly utilized in my playthrough. And then Jedi Fallen Order, it's narratively exquisite, and my biggest complaint is the fact that they, because it's an RPG, don't give you things that as a Jedi you feel that you should have. Like yeah, like you're playing as a Jedi. Like, motherfucker, you have a lightsaber, but you can't force pull.
Yeah.
Like, I can slash you with a lightsaber. I can slow you down.
If I wanted to play a regular kid,
But
I'd just go outside.
but I can't pull you. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
I'm so early into the game that's like, once I get all of the accoutrements of being a Jedi,
Yeah.
then I can properly judge the gameplay. But I mean, narratively, it's super like compelling.
Okay.
Like
Yeah.
Cal,
I've heard nothing but good things.
Cal, Cal,
And then his little robot
BD1.
Ratchet and Clank.
I care more about BD1 than I give a fuck about Cal at this point.
Which is a good testament to
I
the
love-
game,
I love
because
that
they
droid.
usually like when they add a character in like that, like, yes, it's easy to get attached to him, but like, is he useful?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
he out the jump shows you his usefulness,
Okay.
and then I'm very early in the game, but he keeps finding new ways to make me be like, oh, you're pulling your tiny ass little weight. You don't weigh a lot, and you're pulling my weight.
Got it. All right.
Like, BD1 is your guy.
Also, before we get out of here, we should mention that Black Adam gets official 2021 release date with Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
That's super confusing to me because, so we're getting Black Adam, a separate movie from Shazam. Like,
Yeah.
it's not Shazam 2.
No.
It's
It is
Black Adam, and then
Black Adam.
we're going to introduce Black Adam to Shazam
Probably.
after Shazam 2.
Probably at the end of Shazam 2, actually.
It's fucking wild to me. I mean, Dwayne The Rock Johnson can do what the fuck ever and make money, pull an audience. The fact
But
that
he
you're-
actually really wants to
the
play this
fact that you're
character,
doing-
and he wants him to be a good guy. Like,
We just got a Joker movie.
I know.
We literally just fucking got a Joker movie, and now it's like, well, Joker got a movie. We can make DC villain movies out of fucking anything. Like, Black Adam gets his own movie.
They've been calling for
Stand
Black
al-
Adam for a long
They
time.
were calling for Black Adam in a Shazam movie, not calling for a Black Adam movie. This is going to be a weird fucking movie.
It's going to be weird, but
no, 'cause
I think it'll be
imagining
good.
Black Adam is cool. Imagining Black Adam without Shazam. What's this like? It's just the story of his descent.
Yeah. It's a story of loss. Keegan.
And then that,
Keegan.
as opposed to Joaquin Phoenix, this Black Adam is going to be
It doesn't have to like be the same thing as the Joker.
No. What I'm saying is
Try not
that
to cough into the mic.
my apologies. As opposed to the Joker, this is going to be connected. That's the thing that I kind of have a problem with. It's the fact that you're creating a character.
It can be connected and not go for the same like aesthetic as the Joker. They can be separate movies.
I'm not saying similar aesthetic. I'm saying that you're having a villain-based movie, which prior to Joker was just Suicide Squad. And trying to have a villain...
Yeah, they're trying to change it up a bit.
villain-based movies is a new genre.
Yeah.
And it's weird that we're getting our first look at Black Adam in live action in his own movie as opposed to being a Shazam villain. Man, I'm so sorry. I don't know what the fuck's in my throat. But
Cox.
with this conversation, apparently,
Yeah.
I'm just sucking the dick of all the
Also,
solos.
of course, we've all seen the Hedgehog trailer, new Sonic, and then we heard that Matt Reeves confirms that Andy Serkis is cast as Alfred Pennyworth in the next Batman. How do you feel about that?
I had to reread that just to make sure I read that appropriately
Yes.
and heard that right.
Yes, you did hear that correctly.
Batman is going above and beyond with casting.
They are really nailing it. All right.
We'll see how much of this actually sticks, because
Yeah.
all these are announcements for a movie that who knows when and if it's actually coming out.
I assume 2022.
Like, before we know it, the Matt Reeves, Robert Pattinson Batman is going to get gambited.
Yeah.
Because you know how Gambit was
I know.
a Channing Tatum movie
I don't think it will.
that never happened.
I think there's a lot of support behind it.
There's
I
just
think-
so many actors attached
yeah.
at this point.
Exactly.
It's wild.
Yeah. I think it'll be good. I think they're going to pull it off. Matt Reeves is actually, like, I have faith in Matt Reeves. Like, if he fucks it up, I don't know what I'll do, honestly, because I enjoy his work. So,
Before, like, not to focus so much on the actors, not the act itself, though, real quick. Circus as Pennyworth, I'm okay with.
as long as he's
loosely
like a
okay with
relatable
it.
character, like he's gonna be like,
I have a tough time.
he's not gonna be in a suit. He's not gonna be in like CGI.
But I feel like he's gonna ham it up.
He might be a jokester, but I think he'll keep it sly. He's gonna be a butler, so like most of his characters have always been like eccentric, I guess I would say, and he did all of the mocap for Planet of the Apes or Rise of the Planet of the Apes.
Caesar.
Yeah, he did all the mocap for Caesar. So Matt Reeves knows him. He knows Matt Reeves, and like he knows what to do. You know what I mean? I don't think he's going to be an eccentric Alfred, but I think he's definitely going to play the character how he wants to play the character.
I guess
So.
my rebuttal with my rebuttal against myself, because my knee jerk is Andy Serkis is too young to play Alfred,
If you're having Robert Pattinson,
and that's my rebuttal is the fact that you have such a young Batman that you would have a younger Alfred.
Robert Pattinson is not going to be even that young. He's not a kid. Like, he's going to be in his mid to early 30s.
What age does that put our Alfred though? That's what I'm saying.
In
Like
his
it
50s,
50s,
50s, 60s, which they could age him up a bit
yeah.
if
It's
they
gonna
really
be
wanted to.
man. This is gonna be an interesting project.
Yeah.
I'm really excited for the Matt Reeves
gonna be good.
Batman, but it's all just like it's all casting and no concept at this point in my mind.
Well, yeah,
like I have no idea of the story.
I don't want to hear anything about it. We already know that the Riddler's involved, and that's all I need to know. And Catwoman is involved, and that's all I need to know. I will just let. I'm not even gonna pay attention. Honestly, I'm not even gonna pay attention to the trailers or anything. I don't want to see anything for this movie. Just like I didn't really want to see anything about the Joker until I saw it. Same thing. And Endgame. Like I want to reserve because this is. I feel like this could be the real reboot of the Batman franchise. Like,
God, we can only hope.
fingers crossed, because they got Robert Pattinson. He's young enough to play it for a long time. Like, there's a good director, I assume a good writer, and they've known what they've fucked up in the past. So I think this will be good. Fingers crossed. And with that, if you like this kind of content, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Be sure to hit the bell so you get a notification next time we upload a video.
Woo woo.
Woo woo. My name is John Tubbs,
Keegan Lagerwall.
and X already left, so he didn't say goodbye because he's an inconsiderate beehole.
Hey man, the Irish
I'm
goodbye
just
is a
kidding.
long-standing tradition.
He's we love him.
Love you, X.
Anyway,
I said love you. Too.
yeah, I know. Yeah.
He said bye to us, not to
He's
you
got
guys.
other things to do besides
What he really says is
talking
fun.
nonsense with us. So, we'll talk to you guys later. See you next time.
Oh, bye-bye.